What is up, YouTube? It's ya boy, SmackNPie here. Don't worry about my inconsistency. We out here, that's all that matters. So, before we get to part 5 of our Q&A series, we got some important things we gotta get through first. And they are really important. Some Chapter 5 stuff, some Super Dark Deception stuff. So, that was the time, boys. Let us jump into it. So first thing first we're going to talk about is that Chapter 2 of Super Dark Deception. Now, first things first, I want to put this out there that at first it was planned for November, right? Super Dark Deception Chapter 2. But now if you look at Steam page, it has been moved from November to December. That's not that big a deal, but I just wanted to put it out there. I think pretty much same goes for the DLC of Monsters and Mortals, but that could be changed. Nothing is confirmed at the moment. But Vince revealed that Chapter 2 of Super Dark Deception will add so much story and content to Super Dark Deception that the game price will feel like a bargain. Chapter 3, on the other hand, will make it an absolute steal. That's how much content in terms of quality and quantity will be added to Super Dark Deception, both in Super Dark Deception Chapter 2 and Chapter 3. Even more so if you get it on sale. So grab it right now as we speak. Link will be in the doo-doo-doo. If it's not, then you can put it on Steam, right? Super Dark Deception Chapter 2 or Chapter whatever. Let's move on to the next one. It was also revealed, ladies and gentlemen, that no generative AI was used in the making of this game. This title, this text will be used in the credits of Chapter 5. So no AI was used or abused in making of this Chapter 5. So yeah. As we all know that Mario Kart, one of the popular games ever, right? Because of it, we got 5 Laps at Freddy's, the karting of Ban. Vincent Livings is still waiting for that Dark Deception card game. I remember that Dark Deception racing game that we revealed on one of our events like a year or two ago. He would be open for Dark Deception to appear as a guest DLC in those card games. Which card games? That I just mentioned, 5 Laps at Freddy's, Karting of Ban. He also revealed, which is actually really important, he said Super Dark Deception has a version of a kart game-ish, because we know there are a couple of mini games in Super Dark Deception, which we will come to in just a second, but he said it's just a mini game. He wants something like an actual game, just like I mentioned, 5 Lives at Freddy's, Karting of Ban. So, you know what, I kind of want it too. Then Vince revealed that Chapter 5 is like a Dark Deception movie in advance. So if you want to know how Chapter 5 movie is going to feel like, or at least the vision of the movie, y'all just gonna have to wait and play Chapter 5 yourself, or more so, watch Chapter 5 here when it drops. Next up, ladies and gentlemen, we're gonna talk about another glow stick entertainment game. It's not Dark Deception, but it is House 2, the sequel to the game that I loved plat. It was my first ever plat. House 2 finally got a trailer. As you can see on your screen, it looks phenomenal. It looks gritty. It looks nuts. It looks insane. I like this, ladies and gentlemen. So since I did the platinum, I will be, of course, playing it. I will try to get the platinum for this one. So if you want to wishlist it, the link will be in the. Let's move on to the next one. So for those of you who are waiting on the update for the book, The House of Mischief, the first book for Dark Deception, it was revealed that it will ship in late November, later this month, early next month. So late November, early December is when this book will ship. I, like many y'all, have ordered this, so we're just gonna have to wait a little bit, but let's move on to the next one. I did mention the mini game in the beginning of this video, so now it is time to talk about it. So we've already seen the Pac-Man mini game that will be in there, right? We already talked about the kart mini game. The third one actually got a full-blown teaser, and bam, it's our boy Dugauser full-blown ready to fight in a Street Fighter Tekken kind of style. I like this, ladies and gentlemen. I like it. I'm more excited for these mini games than I am for Super Dark Deception. But seriously, I'm so excited for these mini games, bro. They're gonna be litty as a bichi. The community has been pouring their hearts out, and this was a fantastic opportunity. And Vince did a phenomenal job adding these mini games into the arcade for Super Dark Deception. And how they get added to the freaking front of the link lock of the base Dark Deception. It'll be phenomenal. I cannot wait to see where they, the Dark Deception universe goes after Chapter 5. I'm really excited for this one. And finally, we're going to talk about 3 things. Number 1, Elise Hauser. As you can see on your screens, this is the first look. Actually, this is the first full look at Clarissa Elise Hauser, the wife of Doug Hauser from Super Dark Deception Chapter 2. Now, I say Chapter 2, it might actually be Chapter 3, because we don't actually get to see, Clarissa Elise Hauser in Chapter 4 of base Dark Deception games. Is probably not going to be a case for the freaking frog Super Dark Deception Chapter 2, which does include 1 level from Chapter 3 and 3 levels from Chapter 4. So it's probably going to happen in Chapter 3 of Super Dark Deception. And finally, 2 things we want to talk about is BAM! Your first look at Beers and BAM! your first look at Agatha from upcoming two things. Number one, the Chapter 5, of course, but also the updated version of Dark Deception. We call it Enhanced Plus. So, let me repeat myself. What you're seeing here is the updated Agatha. And this will be part of course, Chapter 5, these new, designs and remastered one and whatnot. But Enhanced Plus, which is kind of sort of remastered version, is also going to be a full-blown update that's going to drop. We don't know when. It was bound to drop later this year. So, there's still 1 month. We don't know. But this is what gets to happen. So Agatha got a role to play in Chapter 5 in the ending of this story because, she is directly involved with Pierce and Malak, and now she's involved with Doug Hauser. If y'all ever seen the show Arcane, right? Think of a very toned down version of Jinx. Think of if Jinx was still a very, very little child and Vander, okay, I'm getting to a spoiler territory, but if for those of you who have seen the show, you know where I'm going with that. But anyways, this is where we at, ladies and gentlemen, with the interim Q&A. Tomorrow or whatever, I can't promise you now because I have been horrible with inconsistency. Next time it's going to be part 5 of Q&A series for Malak. It's a good segue. I'll see you in the next one.